In world news, Swedish roller coaster takes a fatal turn. Meanwhile, RISEAP spearheads education collaboration, and Sarawak Premier sheds light on Sarawak's harmonious triumph. These are the headlines for tonight. I'm RISEAP, and you're now watching TVS Nightline. A derailed roller coaster caused the death of one person while others were injured. The accident took place at the Gröna Lund amusement park in Sweden, which has been an attraction to millions of patrons over the past 140 years. The steel-track roller coaster can reach up to 90 kilometers per hour, and its height tops at 30 meters. Now, emergency services, including medic, fire department, helicopters, and police, were deployed to the scene to conduct investigations and rescue operations. Now, eyewitnesses said the roller coaster had partly derailed during a ride. While a spokesperson of the park could not be immediately reached, the amusement park was closed until further notice. Sarawak aims to leverage the expertise and resources available within Regional Islamic Da'wah Council of Southeast Asia and the Pacific RISEAP to advance educational initiatives and foster the growth of the halal industry. Now, Premier Sarawak, Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Joritun Openg, expressed eagerness to establish partnerships, highlighting the potential for mutual benefits and the importance of collaboration among member countries in these areas.
We are offering spaces for students in RISEAP countries. Then there will be sort of international culture between our local student and the overseas student. At the same time, I suggest that we also send our student to New Zealand or to any other minority Islamic countries so that they can learn and enrich understanding.
Earlier, during his first meeting session with RISEAP, Abang Johari underscored the significance of knowledge exchange and acquisition, and expressed Sarawak's keen interest in delving into the food and agriculture industry of countries known for their food production, with a specific focus on the halal industry.
The next step is for us to get our people to come over here and establish that networking. As you know, we want to export food because they are very advanced in this sector. Perhaps through this networking, the economic sector among RISEAP countries, that will bear fruit. And that's where I think we can adopt in Malaysia, in Sarawak.
Sarawak Premier Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Joritun Openg shed light on the state's remarkable success in preserving its robust racial unity and religious harmony, now emphasizing the importance of sharing this formula with other communities beyond the state's borders, as it serves as a foundation for fostering a better world with thriving interfaith and interracial relationships.
In addition, he reiterated that respect can only be earned through the inclusive development of diverse religious and racial communities. As a leader entrusted with the responsibility of governing and nurturing a multi-religious and multiracial state, he emphasized his duty is to ensure that his administration prioritizes inclusivity and safeguards the rights and interests of all races and religions. This commitment is anchored in Sarawak's adherence to 5 Maqasid Sharia principles, which form the basis of the state's governance. He said this when he took the stage at the Regional Islamic Da'wah Council of Southeast Asia and Pacific RISEAP Southern Zone engagement session in Auckland, New Zealand today. Adding further, Abang Johari said in Sarawak, a unit for other religions or UNIFOR under the purview of his office was formed to ensure that other religions had proper and dignified places of worship, with 100 million ringgit allocated this year for the purpose. He added that education and talent development focus also came as another important approach, with 5 international schools based on the Cambridge syllabus and 1 Islamic international school were being set up in Sarawak to ensure the state's global stature in education. RISEAP, now with 24 member countries, was formed in 1980 with the late Tunku Abdul Rahman Putra Al-Haj, Malaysia's first Prime Minister, as its founding president, primarily to bring together Muslim minority countries in East Asia and Indo-Pacific to pursue collective ambitions in the expansion and cause of Islam.
With the well-being of children at the forefront, the Sarawak government is committed to promoting a safe environment in all preschool institutions. Now, compliance with safety regulations is essential to safeguard the welfare of children and provide parents with peace of mind. Now, Sarawak Minister of Women, Childhood and Community Welfare Development, Dato' Sri Fatimah Abdullah, emphasized the importance of all preschool institutions adhering to safety regulations. And she stressed the seriousness with which her ministry addresses this matter, underlining the priority placed on ensuring the safety and security of preschool premises.
Apa buktinya selamat apabila ia sudah berjaya didaftar dan diberi lesen. Kalau dia tak ada lesen, maknanya belum ada perakuan keselamatan. Itu premisnya. Dan juga dari kita juga sebelum ini titik beratkan orang yang bertugas di dalam taska itu, baik daripada security guard sampailah kepada guru-guru. Jadi sekurang-kurangnya ada tapisan ya, supaya kita tahu bahawa mereka ini juga adalah orang yang boleh kita percayai.
Commenting on the rampage at a kindergarten in Tanjung Manis earlier this month, she described the incident as isolated. She said the kindergarten management has taken steps to prevent any possible reoccurrence. At the same time, she stressed that her ministry remains committed to addressing issues such as drug abuse, which could cause unrest and threaten the safety of the public.
The Sarawak government is dedicating to supporting the future prospects and well-being of Sarawakian children. As such, the establishment of the Endowment Fund Sarawak EFS initiative provides a grant of 1,000 ringgit in trust savings for every birth of a Sarawakian child. It aims to support children in their future endeavors, whether it be pursuing further education, starting a career, or initiating a small business venture. Through these measures, the government aims to create a secure and nurturing environment for children in nurseries and kindergartens, while also fostering their long-term well-being and success.
Ianya disimpan di dalam bank pada bank Islam pada kadar 4.2% dan boleh dikeluarkan apabila anak Sarawak itu mencapai umur 18 tahun. Tujuannya adalah untuk pendidikan ya, untuk pendidikan terutama ke institusi pengajian tinggi, ataupun kalau sekiranya anak itu nanti tidak mahu melanjutkan pelajaran ke institusi pengajian tinggi, bolehlah digunakan juga untuk tujuan memulakan kerjaya. Yang penting.
She added a total of 94,781 EFS accounts have been opened as of May 31st this year, involving an allocation of 94.7 million ringgit.
Yang penting ialah setiap anak kelahiran Sarawak itu ada simpanannya untuk masa depan, terutama sekali simpanan untuk pendidikan. Dan kami melihat terutama sekali dalam keadaan sekarang di mana ekonomi ya, kos hidup ya, kos sara hidup adalah tinggi. Jadi untuk menyimpan itu merupakan satu cabaran bagi pasangan, terutama bagi yang dari kumpulan B40 itu.
She said when met by reporters after handing over funds from the EFS at Sarike Hospital on Monday.
The Dayak community, especially in rural areas, are encouraged to embrace a progressive mindset and adopt a forward-thinking approach that aligns with the changing times in order to contribute to the country's development. Sarawak Minister of Food Industry, Commodities and Regional Development urged the community to step up in unison with other communities to actively participate in the progress of the nation.
By embracing innovation, education, and seizing opportunities, the Dayak community can play a pivotal role in driving development and contributing to the overall advancement of the nation.
Nothing is easy. No good thing comes easy. You have to make an effort to make sure that you can achieve and attain the things that you want to do.
Meanwhile, Stephen Rundi also called on the Dayak community to explore various new fields.
Why are we still poor? Why are we still what we are today? Because we don't change. Kita ada mengubah cara. Kurangkan kerja, kurangkan titik peluh, dan penata misiknya macam ini. Aku dito datang ke kang lecana. This is what I feel where I come from.
He said this in his speech at the Gawai Dayak dinner in conjunction with the 2023 Medamit Festival in Nanga Medamit Hall, Limbang, on Sunday.
The Sarawak government's steadfast dedication, coupled with the support of the Sarawak Golf Tourism Association, underscored a shared vision in positioning the state as the go-to golf destination in Southeast Asia. Through continuous improvement and innovation, Sarawak is poised to offer golf enthusiasts an unrivaled experience and solidify its reputation as a top golfing hotspot in the region.
The ministry, the state government, we are willing to finance, we are willing to promote if it can reach to a certain level where our tourism industry can go up much higher. The state government, if they were to see many are coming in for just purely for golf, definitely we will consider to build up more golf courses. Sarawak is beautiful. They have got many areas that we can build up.
Abdul Karim, who is also the Minister of Youth, Sports and Entrepreneur Development, aspires for Sarawak to be chosen as one of the locations for golf tournaments apart from South Korea, Japan and Australia. Strategic improvements in infrastructure, services and promotional initiatives that will elevate Sarawak's golf tourism offerings, capitalizing on its natural beauty, diverse landscapes and world-class golf courses.
If we are to bring it up for the state government, probably they might even consider that we can have a few more. And not just in Kuching, but other places, in Miri, in Bintulu. We can look at it from that angle. The state government, the ministry is there to support.
He said this when officiating the Sarawak Golf Tourism Association and the launch of Sarawak as the best golf destination in Kuching on Thursday.
The upcoming Tok Busker Challenge 2023 is not just a mere program. It has captured the hearts of the public by embracing the concept of busking, or street music, which has become synonymous with the underground music scene, particularly in Sarawak. Now, Sarawak Minister of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, Dr. Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamza, expressed wholehearted support from the Sarawak government through his ministry for this empowering initiative that enriches the music industry in the state.
Jadi Kerajaan Sarawak menerusi Kementerian Pelancongan, Industri Kreatif dan juga Seni Persembahan menyokong penuh program ini dan juga menghargai seperti apa yang saya katakan tadi, apa yang telah diusahakan oleh RTM untuk mempertengahkan keupayaan buskers.
6 talented acts have successfully advanced and shall perform on July 1st at the P. Ramlee Auditorium in Kuching. These exceptional performers include Senggalang Buskers, Mun Kids Buskers, Adi Buskers, and Adrus Azman from Kuching, as well as Tiga Jejaka Sopan and KJ Buskers hailing from Samarahan and Simunjan, respectively. They will captivate the audience with their remarkable skills and creativity in this highly anticipated showcase.
Warga Sarawak mempersembahkan kebolehan mereka dalam busking. Program ini akan melihat hadiah-hadiah yang boleh dianggap lumayan juga untuk separuh akhir Saku hatinya ringgit Malaysia 1,500 untuk 4 kumpulan. Karenanya ada 4 kumpulan. Kemuncak untuk Johan RM10,000. RM10,000. Boleh dikira, boleh tahan juga. Naib Johan pun tidak hebat juga, RM7,000. Tempat ketiga, ringgit Malaysia RM5,000. Dan untuk sagu hati, jadi ada 3 orang lah sagu hati lah. Boleh tahan juga 3 orang. Tu, RM3,000. RM3,000 seorang ataupun?
Satu kumpulan.
Satu kumpulan, okey. Untuk keseluruhannya RM37,000 lah. Jadi selain daripada baskers yang akan menghiburkan melalui pertandingan, kita juga ada.
In another development, when asked about whether his ministry will establish a union for the street artists, Abdul Karim responded saying,
Untuk persatuan tu saya melihatnya lebih kepada peribadi. Terpulanglah kepada penggiat-penggiat seni dalam bidang basking ni untuk membuat persatuan ataupun pertubuhan untuk menjaga kebajikan dan sebagainya. Sekiranya sudah tertubuh persatuan baskers Sarawak ataupun persatuan baskers Kuching, lepas itu mereka boleh menulis kepada kami untuk memohon peruntukan dan sebagainya. Saya percaya ini boleh kita pertimbangkan, tapi saya mengalakkan ada persatuan-persatuan tertentu untuk menjaga kebajikan mereka.
The Kemuncak Tok Buskers Challenge 2023 will be televised live on TV2 at 9 p.m. on July 1st on Saturday, or stream through the RTM Sarawak Facebook page.
Coming up right after the break, Works Ministry adopts BIM and IBS in 297 projects nationwide. And in world news, Kosovo flood kills mother and son. Right here on TVS Nightline. Stay tuned. Welcome back on TVS Nightline. Investors and financiers will risk losing out by not turning towards Asia, which is endowed with vast amounts of natural resources, potential renewable energy, and a growing population that is not averse to co-innovation, as well as being increasingly appreciative of a green economy. Now, Prime Minister Dato' Sri Anwar Ibrahim said that in light of this, there is further potential for the region to develop as a player in the net zero value chain, inasmuch as the rich biodiversity resources and a higher percentage of forest cover offer abundant nature-based solutions.
In addition to developing hydrogen and CCS opportunities for storing carbon, with the innovation of batteries and electric storage well underway, there is opportunity to develop the rare earth minerals and establish a conducive ecosystem to strengthen supply chain.
He said this in his keynote address at Energy Asia 2023 on Monday. The Prime Minister also added that developing these resources and potential requires access to financing, technology and innovation, the right policy frameworks and skill sets for the future.
The National Energy Transition Roadmap, NETR, and the Hydrogen Economy and Technology Roadmap, HETR, will be launched in the second half of this year. And Prime Minister Dato' Sri Anwar Ibrahim said the two sustainable energy are essential for ensuring Malaysia's long-term energy security and economic sustainability can be achieved.
NETR will consist of strategies and high-impact initiatives to expedite the energy transition efforts.
This roadmap will be complemented by the hydrogen economy and technology roadmap that will pave the way for the achievement of an environmentally sustainable long-term energy security in Malaysia driven by technological innovation.
Hydrogen will play an integral part in reducing methane emissions as well as reducing the production of liquefied natural gas (LNG).
Malaysia continues to see natural gas as playing an important role in the energy mix. At the same time, we recognize the importance of managing methane emissions as a highly potent greenhouse gas and have committed to join the global methane pledge to cut emissions by 30% by 2030 compared to 2020 levels. As a traditional producer of natural gas and LNG, hydrogen represents a natural next step in the value chain and offers a potential avenue for further economic growth.
Additionally, Anwar stated that the Nationally Determined Contribution (NDC) was revised to reduce the intensity of greenhouse gas emissions by 45% by 2030, which will be compared to emissions in 2005. The initiative has been incorporated into the 12th Malaysia Plan 12MP and the National Energy Policy NEP 2022 to 2040.
The Works Ministry, KKR, has to date implemented 297 projects using Building Information Modeling, BIM, and Industrial Building System, IBS, methods nationwide. Now, its Minister, Dato' Sri Alexander Nantalinggi, said the adoption of BIM and IBS in road and building projects has improved construction quality and productivity, as the design could be standardized to expedite the construction process.
Jadi penggunaan BIM ini memang ada dapat membantu dan mengesan lebih awal lah isu-isu pencangkahan sekiranya ada di antara reka bentuk dan pembinaan yang mungkin berlaku dengan bantuan model 3 dimensi, 3-dimensional reka bentuk jalan atau jambatan tersebut.
Elaborating further, Nantas said the proposal to use BIM and IBS to the maximum in the construction sector is a high-impact strategy that can reduce the construction sector's dependence on the foreign workers through competence and adaptation of technology. On the flyover from Kota Baru to Pangkalan Kubo in Wakaf Baru, which is a pilot project using BIM, he said the project was aimed at dispersing traffic, especially around the Wakaf Baru roundabout, where traffic congestion has been increasing during peak hours and festive seasons.
Yang dibuat ni pembinaan flyover jalan berkembang 4 lorong, ya, dengan piawaian JKR U5. Standard dia melintasi bulatan Wakaf Baru lah, sepanjang 470 meter flyover ini.
He told this to reporters after officiating the construction of a flyover at Wakaf Baru here today.
In world affairs, continuous heavy downpour caused the western city of Peha to be flooded heavily. According to the authorities, the flood has taken 2 lives, a mother and a son. The son, who was found at midnight, was pronounced dead at the hospital. Now, 2 hours later, the body of his mother was recovered, and no further fatalities were reported. In other news, Myanmar authorities marked the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking by burning $207 million worth of seized illegal drugs, including opium, heroin, methamphetamine, marijuana, kratom, ketamine, and crystal meth. This action was taken as UN experts warn of the increasing production of drugs in Myanmar, particularly opium, heroin, and methamphetamine, which could potentially expand markets in South and Southeast Asia.
According to local reports, the destroyed drugs were seized across the country till May this year, but no specific data was provided for the list of drugs or the locations at which they were seized. However, according to UN's latest report, opium cultivation in military-ruled Myanmar jumped 33% last year, reversing a 6-year downward trend in the strife-torn country. Myanmar has a long history of drug production linked to political and economic insecurity caused by decades of armed conflict. The country is a major producer and exporter of methamphetamine and the world's second-largest opium and heroin producer after Afghanistan, despite repeated attempts to promote alternative legal crops among poor farmers.
See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines anytime, anywhere, just head on to our official website at tvstv.my or follow us on our social media platforms. And that's all the time we have for TVS Nightline. I'm RISEAP. Thank you for watching and have a good night.